Jawaballs.
Here we are at Comic Book Heaven. I busted out the good camera for today because my batteries are dead. So here we are. I think the mic is on. I forget how to use this thing. And a lot of guys, the club here at the Comic Book Heaven is erupting. The people showing up to play. There's Fritz and Brother Captain James and Ultra Bob. There they are. And Joe, and here's Big Ed. Ed and I are going to play. I'm going to play against his tournament Dreadnought drop pod list. Is that what you got?
Just one drop.
Only one drop pod.
Yeah.
And his Dreadnought list. That'll be fun. I get another shot against it.
Get to beat it up.
All right. So yeah, some more to come. Here we are. My game. I haven't done a real battle report in a long time, so I'm going to try and actually do one today. I need to get first of all, I have to get a wide-angle fisheye lens for this camera because it's really too tight of a zoom. So I need to get another lens for this. And but here we are. It's practice for my Colonial GT army list. And the mission, however, is bases. His base is. Where's your base, Ed? Over there. Mine's right here. My little son of St. Communius. And I deployed Mephiston in the very center of the table. And I put my troops back here next to my objective. And Ed deployed 2 troops to the HQ, right? Is that Vulcan placed?
No.
So he's got an HQ back there in that squad?
HQ, squad, and squad.
Okay, so that's what's going on. So should be an interesting game. Now it's turn 1, my go. Are you going to try and seize Ed?
No.
That is not seizing. So let me bring my stuff onto the table, and we'll be back in a second. Let me try and let you get a full view here. I've been very lax on my battle reports. It's time to step it back up. Here we go. More to come. Okay, so on my turn, all my stuff moved on. Go ahead, Ed. I'm just going to kind of babble. Everything moved on in the dark, and my Devastators ran into terrain over here. I hate this placement for them. I'm really angry about that, but say lovey. And Mephiston jumped up to there and assaulted that combat squad in the terrain and killed them. Trying not to kill them all, but I managed to do it anyway. So here we go. It's Ed now is dropping this pod. Let's see where it's going to go. Interesting placement. Those are some big Forge World pods. I actually sold it. I bought them years ago when I was doing drop pod dreadnoughts, and I ended up selling them to Ed. Here you go. Man, it's a heavy pod. Those are a monster.
Just so you don't mind if I leave the thing up, right?
No.
I'm not even going to attempt to bring it up. We'll just crush
There.
stuff and my stuff.
Interesting. That's just a regular dreadnought, right?
Regular dreadnought.
All right. So more to come. So the dreadnought gets out, and okay. And then the rest of Ed's stuff comes on. That's a beautiful. Ed has a very beautiful army. Yeah, they zoom in here for you. Very gorgeous green, Ed.
Thank you, man.
All right, let me do a little pan around. Over here, Bishop is holding court, and we got.
Tell us the rules for this, or tell us the rules for this scenario.
We have 3 characters out. Fritz and Joey have asked me to do a mission for them to play, and I didn't know you guys were playing too, but I guess it can work. All right? The mission is an annihilation mission. It will be using the recon setup from 4th edition. But I hold in my hands 3 missions that will randomly be chosen by each one of you. Well, one of each of you. And they are to be kept secret so that you can't stop them from doing what they need to do to get those extra points, and you can't stop them either. Keep it secret.
More to come.
Just between your teammates.
Okay, so here we are. Mephiston suffered a lot of shots, a lot of meltdown, a lot of everything, and finally the last shot of the whole round took him down. A cracked missile. I rolled a 1 on my save. and I just had to get a 2. So that was it for Mephiston. Tactical mistake on my part. I should have just sat there. I was hidden in the middle. I could have just sat back and jumped in at my leisure and taken down stuff. But, you know, it's a gamble. I went for it. We'll see what happens next. More to come. You gotta go big or go home. All right, here we go. Okay, I always forget my camera. So that was my turn. Let me back up a little bit. So I killed his dreadnought. I exploded the pod. My Terminators got back inside. I killed the Thunderfire cannon in the corner. And I killed that speeder. However, he killed my Storm Raven and he killed my dreadnought. And that's what he's got charging at me now. So now the game has turned into me playing for a draw. And Ed pushing for the win. Because I don't have any way of even getting to him now. And unless some miracle happens. So let's see what happens. Where are we now? That was turn 3 now.
Yeah, turn 3.
So all right. So more to come. Let me do some eye candy here while we're doing this. This is a HD camera, so it gets perfect shots on the models from up here.
Is it really?
Yeah. This is gonna be a nice video when it's done. Ed has a beautiful army. Look, I can zoom right in. Very nice. All right, more to come. Okay, so a massive round of shooting for me stops his assault butt cold over here. I killed that Rhino with a couple of guys inside with my melter gun and that 5-man squad. Over here, I ran that Rhino with my Rhino. And then I shot the crap out of it and exploded that one too. And then pinned Vulcan's squad inside there. So they're stuck sitting there for a turn. And now his Dreadnought's got nothing to hide behind. So, except for my stuff. So, just kind of pretty much almost guarantees a draw between the two of us here on this. And I had forgotten about his repair roll on his Rhino, so I was hesitant to try my own, but I thought I should go for it now and just try and get it. And then he's like, "Oh, you bastard!" So anyway, there it is. More to come.
All right.
Go ahead.
When does repair come?
Okay, so on his turn, Ed wrecked that Rhino, forcing my guys to get out. They made their test, and his Dreadnoughts were out of range to get the assault. So they survived. Now they get to shoot a melter gun again. And then he assaulted my 5-man squad over there with the Dreadnought, but failed to kill anything. And right now I gotta move my Raider up there and take him out. So let's see what happens. Okay, my Raider's going to move up there. I'm going to probably assault Vulcan's squad and try and kill them. All right, more to come. Okay, so that really changed things around in the middle. I destroyed 2 Dreadnoughts in the middle. Got the Ironclad locked in assault over there. That one's locked in assault. Holding back his advancing forces. I killed a bunch of guys. They made their leadership test here. One guy hiding. And so he's got Vulcan with a few Marines left. He's got the guys back there and those guys over there.
Okay.
Let's see what happens now. Pretty good game. Fighting for a draw. More to come. All right, so that wraps up the game here. Let me zoom out right up on his face. So that finishes the game. We ended up playing. It ended on turn 5 with a draw. So we ended up playing it out, and it was still a draw after 2 more turns, just for the fun of it. And he tried to get in there. That one lone dude over there tried to get in, but he failed to reach.
1 inch.
He rolled an inch on his run. So the tale of this game overall was my over-aggressiveness with Mephiston. If I just sat back and let you come, done some damage, because when it came down to it, it was carnage in the center, and Ed failed. Ed lost that war in the center, and Mephiston helping out in the middle would have really changed the game.
Yep.
So, because once my Land Raider moved out and my Terminators assaulted, things started dying. So, again, I always say this, lesson learned again, never overextend Mephiston. Be smart. And because he is the hinge, what's it called, the hinge pin? The hinge pin of my army. The lynch pin. Okay, so anyway, there it is. More to come next time.
Good game, man.
All right, so that wraps up the game here. Let me zoom out right up on his face. So that finishes the game. We ended up playing. It ended on turn 5 with a draw. So we ended up playing it out, and it was still a draw after 2 more turns, just for the fun of it. And he tried to get in there. That one lone dude over there tried to get in, but he failed to reach.
1 inch.
He rolled an inch on his run. So the tale of this game overall was my over-aggressiveness with Mephiston. If I just sat back and let you come, done some damage, because when it came down to it, it was carnage in the center, and Ed lost that war in the center. And Mephiston helping out in the middle would have really changed the game.
Yep.
So, because once my Land Raider moved out and my Terminators assaulted, things started dying. So, there, again, I always say this, lesson learned again, never overextend Mephiston. Be smart. And because he is the hinge, what's it called, the hinge pin? The hinge pin of my army. The lynch pin. Okay, so anyway, there it is. More to come next time.